patient is a female Caucasian, 28 years of age, no previous record of tumorous growth, either benign or malignant.
Rate of maturation?
7.3 millimeters per hour.
Per hour?
Mm-hmm. Calcinous growth, ligamental development, tissue genesis, seminal palpation.
What's your diagnosis?
I can give you 3 dozen reasons why it's impossible, why it can't happen.
I'm supposed to be the expert, and I can do better than that. Where's your patient?
That's trash.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Scott.
And we are here, just the two of us. Last week, I hope you guys checked out our episode that we had, or not last week, last episode. I hope you checked out when we talked about Things from Canada with my neighbor Justin. That was a great time, I thought.
It was super fun.
And it was one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen.
Yep.
So if you have not checked out Things, which is not available online, unfortunately, you've got to at least check out the episode where we talked about it. But I highly recommend getting the movie as well. It's worth owning.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah. So I've already got the tattoo all figured out.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah, so this week it's just me and Scott, and we'll be just talking about a little movie that I programmed because of its reputation as being kind of a stinker, and for a big budget studio film. It's called The Manitou, and it's from 1978. And it's,
Manitou?
Yes, it is Manitou. You were
it's
right.
Not Manitou.
No, when
Manitou.
I announced it when Justin was on the show, I said it wrong. I actually corrected you incorrectly. You said Manitou, and I said I think it's Manitou, but I was wrong.
I kind of liked it better as Manitou.
Yeah,
because it made, I don't know why, but it made a connection in my brain of, hey, have you heard about that Manitou?
Well, it makes more sense though because it's OU and that's like caribou, Manitou.
Right. Wait,
caribou, Manitou,
Manitou. Okay.
Same OU. It's like a French Canadian, Indian, Native American thing.
Native American thing, yes.
Anyway,
French Canadian.
So Scott, before we get into the nitty gritties, in a word, describe the experience of watching The Manitou.
Closeted. I don't know.
Please to explain.
That's what. Well, this is more pertaining to the star, the hero of our movie. Why am I drawing a blank? Curtis. Good
Curtis.
Lord, Tony Curtis.
So are you suggesting that he was a closeted homosexual?
I don't know if he was closeted, and I know he has children, but that doesn't mean anything. And this movie does not help me at all.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Scott. I went on to Wikipedia for Tony Curtis's page and went to personal life, looking for So did I know he was married and had kids, but was he gay?
Right.
No allusion to it at all.
That's so weird.
So I grew up assuming. I don't know if it's because of
Something like it hot.
Yes, I maybe that's why. I don't know, but there's definitely to me a kind of an effeminate quality to him.
Very.
So he's an actor that I looked him up, because I was really curious about his career. So he got his initial role as a contract player because he was pretty, and he was handsome, and he couldn't really act much. And
none of that changed.
Okay, so most of Hollywood disagrees with you. They feel over the period of 10, 15 years of being in films, he actually developed some pretty solid acting skills through the 50s and stuff, and early 60s. But his career kind of crapped out, and he
had a stroke and then made this movie.
So, yeah. This film also features a cameo, which I can only assume is either a stroked out / coked out cameo by Burgess Meredith, where he rambles incessantly. And
you're still riding high off Batman, I think.
Yeah.
So this is this is pre-Rocky, just before Rocky?
I believe it's just before Rocky, but I'm not 100% sure.
Just before Rocky, because this seems like this is scraping if you just did Rocky.
It would be scraping.
Oh, wow. And it's scraping even no matter what, if you've done nothing.
Right. So, okay. I want to do my word.
Please.
And I'm kind of cheating here, but my word is TV.
Yeah, that's very appropriate.
Because I watched a lot of TV movies in the 70s when that reigned supreme. So TV movies really started in the early mid-60s when drive-ins and theater in general were, upping the ante to do things more provocative things, whatever, to get the TV viewers back. And then TV started doing TV movies, and it was a whole war. And in the 70s, TV movies reigned supreme. And
really? Well, that kind of explains. Is that why the movies seem so much like even big budget movies often seemed very low budget?
I don't know if it's too early to get into that, but I feel like this felt to me like a TV movie on every front.
Oh yeah.
It has a lot of the prerequisites, like you have a star who's way past his prime. You have a plot that is ripped from the headlines of another successful film. Mm-hmm. So The Exorcist was what, 72? 70,
yeah,
something like that.
70 something, but it was still writing. It was still like that's the watermark for horror movies, and there was a lot of similar kind of crap afterwards.
Right. So in '69 you have Rosemary's Baby, which was a huge hit for Roman Polanski and Mia Farrow. It's a great movie. And then you have The Exorcist, and then you have a bunch of knockoffs, and then you have this, which to me feels like a TV movie.
It does. It feels very much. It's painfully slow.
Yeah, but
and kind of meandering and talky, and I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like. No, I know what you mean. Exactly. The quality, everything about it, just kind of feels like a TV movie.
So you can go to YouTube and find these channels where I'm subscribed to several of them. Can't recall the name right now, but most of them are basically just TV movies that are horror genre. And so a lot of times I'll watch these. Some of them I've seen when I was a kid, like the original Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, which is a great film, way better than the remake.
What year was that? Was that Don't Be Afraid of the Dark?
The original TV movie?
Yeah. I didn't even know it was. I mean, that's awesome.
1973.
Ooh.
Okay,
check that out.
And we've talked before about Trilogy of Terror, starring Karen Black, that had the doll.
Oh, okay, yes.
Were you on that episode? I don't think you were on that episode.
I listened to it, though.
Okay, yes. Anyway, so for me, this is definitely... it has a lot of those comfort points that, I think maybe irritated Scott, where it's like there's the talky things and there's the melodrama and there's this drawn out first two acts where it's just kind of like, damn, are we going to get to anything interesting? Scott,
no, there's a comfort. I get that because it kind of reminds me of something that I would have turned on gone on vacation and been stuck at my grandparents'.
Yep.
And 2:00 in the afternoon, this would have came on, and there was nothing else. It was this or, nothing. Literally soap opera.
No,
so
yeah.
I'd watch this.
Yeah, totally. This one's gonna be in my mom's parents' house, and you'd be reading some shitty Archie that was there from 15 years ago, and then the TV be on, and then you're like do tonight's movie, and it's like what?
Exactly.
And it's just like, oh yeah, you got some shitty thing to watch with the grandparents and something to be scared of. And so I love 70s horror movies made for TV. So to me, this was totally sweet. However, as a theatrical, big studio production, or at least it was distributed by a big studio. I think it was made by a big studio, but it's pretty weak. It's got the weak sauce going on. But it has quite a pedigree. Tony Curtis, Burgess Meredith, I forget the name of the gal. There's Ann Southern and I forget the other girl, but and Michael Ansara. If you don't know who he is, he plays John Singing Rock, and he is a Syrian-born actor who is known for playing and Native American in TV shows. Like he was in like Rawhide or something like that for like the entire run, and then he had his own show where he was like another Native American character for like a few years. So he's a guy.
I actually just thought he was a white guy, like in kind of like makeup, because he was so not an Indian. I mean, like he does the classic Indian, but like offensively kind of.
Well,
not, you know what I mean, like so cliché-ly, if not offensively.
Sure, but I mean, like a lot of those people that played in Redface were European, and he's from Syria, so it's equally
right.
You know
but
what I
I'm
mean?
just saying, like I thought it was like I thought it was like like Carl Vench, Jensen or something like that. I just it was like some like blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy is what I assumed. But that makes it actually kind of more interesting. I didn't know that it was a Syrian actor.
So he's a default go-to Native American guy, though. Character actor.
Right.
All right.
But he's obviously, I mean, aside the fact that he's Syrian, he's obviously not actually a Native American.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me throw out a little fun fact for you, Scott. I think I mentioned this, but in case you forgot, this was directed by William Girdler.
Girdler?
Yeah.
Girdler.
We know him because we talked about him almost exactly a year ago.
We did.
The film Abby.
Oh, Lord.
Which I like to call The Blaxorcist.
Oh, man. You're killing me here. That one still sticks with me. That whole thing.
That was a good movie.
It was a movie.
Yes. So this is the same director, a little bit later with a bigger budget, and
so he's really into the Exorcist thing here.
I guess so. Yeah. All right.
So I'm gonna rip this off right yet.
Where to start here? All right. So the plot is basically this: Tony Curtis plays. This is all set in San Francisco, and for some reason, have you noticed that in San Francisco, whenever films are set there, it plays a much bigger role than it does in any other film set in any other iconic city?
No, it's true. Especially in the 70s, it was almost like a character.
Yeah.
There was a very specific sort of 70s San Francisco thing that I look back and I see and like I can remember in lots of TV movies and lots of TV shows. Yeah, but there's a very specific. What was that? Why was San Francisco such a big deal in the 70s?
Maybe it was a.
But there's a lot of shows. Was Starsky and Hutch? Didn't that take place there?
I wouldn't know about that, but
I think it was the hills more than anything. I think people were like, "Oh, look at that street."
Well, there was
crazy.
The streets of San Francisco,
Well,
I
guess there was like, was it the big '60s neighborhood, and I guess there was a lot happened that was before our time,
like Haight-Ashbury and
You're right, and
sure.
The whole hippie movement.
So I think it was hip and seemed relevant by the mainstream.
Right,
in the 70s.
makes more sense.
So I don't know why, but I had to point out that every time. I mean, it's even now though. Like if you've seen the magnum opus, The Room by Tommy Wiseau. San Francisco plays a pretty big part in that. It's almost a character.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's funny because I mean, other cities are distinct, but there's something about San Francisco in movies that is uniquely like its own sort of it seems to factor in bigger is a setting than any other place does or location does in any other city in any other movies. It's weird.
I don't know why. So if you guys have other examples of that, go to our website, that'scool-trash.com. Give us a shout out. Explain the movie you think of when you think of San Francisco. Like for me, I think of Bullet. Bullets. That's San Francisco to me.
Yeah, I got to think about this. That's a good one.
Anyway. This film is about Tony Curtis, who is an aging shyster. He is a reader of tarot cards. He basically reads his clients that are old women who want to hear what they want to hear, and he puts on a fake mustache and a robe with mystic symbols around it. And
it's like he looks like an old, gay Harry Potter.
Yes. So that's his job, is he does that. And when he's done with that, he takes his mustache off. And his
I love
off,
that he's. Why can't he just not have a mustache?
Because I don't know. And when they're gone, he puts on the disco music and cracks a shitty beer and dances around his apartment. But anyway,
did we ever catch what's his name? Is the wizard guy, the tarot card reader, the fortune teller? Because
I forgot.
He should be somebody, the gay wizard, though, because he puts the mustache on and everything. It's such an iconically gay symbol of the 70s, at least. That's just funny. I don't. Why is mustache? Because is it a disguise? It doesn't seem like it's a disguise.
I don't really understand that part either. But here's the deal with this guy. He has an ex-girlfriend who's 28 years old, who has suddenly developed a tumor on her back that is growing rapidly.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's growing rapidly at a rate of like millimeters per hour. And so she's getting checked out, and we find out pretty soon that it's not just a tumor. It's got fetal-like qualities to it. So I thought maybe we could just listen to a little bit of him doing a reading after he's met with her, and she explains her situation. And this is when the mysticism of her actual situation encroaches on his bullshit line of work. So he's doing a reading for an old lady, and the spirit that's inside the fetus
That's the old lady
reaches out to him.
Oh, so far so good. Excellent. Yes, the signs are very, very nice. Calm, consoling, wonderful. The week so far is excellent. Perfect. Oh, perhaps a little cloudiness, nothing too serious. Very nice. Look at that. And for you personally, I see some... Well, actually, the week... Mrs. Hers. Mrs. Hers? Oh, my God. Mrs. Hers. Oh, don't tell me. Mrs. Hers. Dear, are you all right? Oh, you certainly are. Let me get back to Tuesday. We'll start again, perhaps. Mrs. Hers. What's the matter? Are you all right? You don't look too good. Is it, my dear? What? Now, Mrs. Hers. Now, stop, Mrs. Hers. Now, don't do that, or I'll call an ambulance. Mrs. Hers, I'm going to the phone and going to call an ambulance.
Yeah, I love the dance she does.
So she busts out in a classically cliche Native American kind of like...
She does.
ritual dance.
It's mildly offensive. It's Washington Redskins level sort of. All right, maybe not that offensive.
No, but it's.
But yeah, and then she floats down the hall and falls down the stairs.
And I like the effect of her floating down the hall.
I did too. It was kind of creepy.
That's one that to me, I I'll be showing my age here, but I associate with Big Trouble in Little China when what's the Lo Pan?
Ooh, there you go. That's my San Francisco movie.
Oh, yes. When Lo Pan just
Yeah.
whoever, maybe it's the brides when he gets them all hypnotized, but they float down the hallway with their eyes all white. And I love that. I love that stuff. I love that effect.
Oh, I gotta watch that one with the kids.
Yeah,
it's time.
It is time.
It is time. Yeah, no, that's great. But that's a kind of a neat little thing there. But I mean, yeah.
So she gets possessed by this entity, conveys a message, then
Sort of.
floats down the hallway. Yeah, floats down the hallway, and then throws herself down the stairs, breaking all the banister railings the entire way down.
Yeah, like
she's
like a madcap, Chevy Chase or Chris Farley. Just like, I mean, just hurls herself down these stairs.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night. Yeah. So he realizes there's something going on, and I firstly, his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, or whatever, old friend, goes under the knife, and as the scalpel approaches the tumor, his hand starts shaking, and it cuts his other hand, and he gets attacked, and it goes all chaotic. So we realize...
Yeah, he's got the knife in his hand, and he instead of cutting the tumor, he starts to slit his own wrist.
Oh, that's what it was, right?
Right.
So we know now that it's a supernatural, and it's reaching out beyond her.
I
And,
think that this is... I was still skeptical at this point.
yeah, you thought it was going to be wrapped up.
I don't believe in ghosts, so how could there be one in a movie?
You thought it was going to be Old Man McGillicuddy with a mask.
Yeah, that's right, because, I mean, floating,
Right.
I don't know.
So let's listen to a little bit of the gibberish.
Okay.
Karen. Karen.
Hi, how are your skin?
You all right?
I feel a little weak.
Karen, I want to ask you something. Do you remember Panna Witchy Salatu?
So,
Did that scene is that come before or after he goes and talks to the pirates?
Are you talking about the married couple? That's
Yeah.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. But one thing I
I
want to
swear
note.
that they were pirates.
One thing I want to note is that another thing about this film that made me think of
big steel pitchers and shit, like a headband. They look like pirates. Just everyone, I got to get that out there.
So Scott's referring to this couple, an old friend of his, a gal that basically taught him how to do his thing before he made it a shyster act. So they own a place down. I can only imagine it's on Fisherman's Wharf. I don't know where it is, but it's like an occult shop, and it's all like very Goonies instead of a pirate ship looking place.
Yeah.
And so she's married to a guy named MacArthur or something, and he goes to them for advice eventually. But Scott's apparently very tickled by them.
I just couldn't help but laugh the whole time I was watching because they look like pirates to me. Like he's got like a chalice he's drinking out of, and they got like big pictures with like big, like pewter mugs and shit. Like and the gear, they're dressed like pirates. It's like people live like that, I guess.
I don't remember that being. That didn't impress me at all. But
It didn't impress you.
Sorry.
It's all right.
So
like
one other thing I want to mention though, Scott, is listening to that clip reminded me that the music here is very lush. And this orchestration, this soundtrack was done by a great composer, Layla Schifrin, who, if you don't know Layla Schifrin, check out the soundtrack to Dirty Harry, check out the soundtrack to Bullet, check out the soundtrack to, countless films. This guy, there's countless collections of some of his best works for film scores. And I don't know why he did this. This is the most sleepy, boring, mundane work he's ever done in his life.
I'm gonna say the music left zero impression on me. I had no notice of it even. It wasn't like it was like.
It's like TV movie disposable. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because this guy is incredibly talented and has done some super catchy, memorable stuff, and this is not it.
No.
So I was bummed by that.
Yeah, because I would think that in this you would find some sort of crappy music that would be memorable. But yeah, I don't remember anything.
So the first time I was impressed by this, Scott, that I thought something was kind of cool, was when he talks to these friends and they decide to have a seance.
Right.
And they bring another lady there. I don't know who she is, but
she looked like a countess.
She's a wealthy dowager type.
Yeah.
So they're sitting around this table. It's like a card table, and it has like a wooden frame. In the center is like this black patent leather, or not patent leather, but black leather, like a card table. And as they contact the spirit, they do this neat trick where they do an edit, and they do another table that has like a black tarish type of material in it. And they have this mannequin head of a Native American slowly come up as they're saying, like, present yourself, blah blah blah. I thought that was genuinely creepy.
Yeah, that part was actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's actually a decent effect considering most of the other effects, especially considering most of the other effects.
Right.
But yeah, that was actually kind of clever. I wasn't really expecting that. But it was well done, especially considering the budget and there's no reason to think there's going to be anything kind of interesting. It's because, yeah, it caught me off guard.
Well, let's listen to the Countess talk about the experience after she's channeled this spirit, because she was the medium for his voice.
Yeah.
Are you all right, Mrs. Carmen?
I had a vision, a face.
Yes and no. We all saw it. It was a spirit. An evil spirit. What we're dealing with here is black magic. Whoever could do this had a vast knowledge of the occult while he was alive.
That face, that reminded me of something or somebody.
It reminded me of a wooden Indian statue. You know, the kind that stand outside of those old-time saloons.
Yeah, but a wooden Indian with magic powers?
It bothers me that they didn't say cigar store Indian.
I know.
That would paint a clearer picture of what they're talking about, too.
Yeah.
People not watching this movie, which is everybody.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of neat, though. Yeah.
So Tony Curtis's character starts hunting down a way to find someone who can deal with this medicine man.
Listen to this. Medicine men were often powerful magicians who were said to be capable of extraordinary supernatural acts. They were believed to be immortal, and if threatened, their Manitou, or immortal spirit, could be reborn at any time or place in the future or past by impregnating themselves in the body of a man, woman, or animal.
Is that all it says?
Yeah, from there it goes into rain dances.
That means Karen is about to
Give birth.
I think that sounded like a book report.
I know, it's a little...
A medicine man. That's what it says right here.
So at this point...
They are neat.
Karen is in the hospital with what looks like a long-term hiking backpack under her skin.
Yeah. It's kind of at the base of her neck. And it looks like a tennis ball quickly, and then it just gets bigger and bigger.
At this point, it's like a turtle shell.
Right.
It's big.
It's huge now, and
you see it move.
Right. But prior to this, they tried to remove it with. Were they going to laser it off, or was the same scene where they have?
No, those two different scenes. They made two attempts.
Oh, I love
the
that.
laser is a second scene.
Now, the lasers, that's my favorite one, though, was that they have this giant Star Wars laser to remove like, back knee. And, and it starts just going berserk, but this laser is so powerful, it's like, it's out of Star Wars or something. It's just like, you get out of the way because it's going to mow everyone down.
Right.
Like the spirit's like just shooting the laser.
Yeah, no, it needs Chewbacca to hold both handles. It's that kind of laser.
It's so
for
awesome.
an operating room.
It's like, nice.
So that exposition we just heard, which was so tidy, was from a book. And they realized, you know what? If we want more information, we should go to the author, who happens, thank God, to live in the Bay Area.
The Bay Area. Because
So this
otherwise,
is-
how are they going to finish their book report?
Right. So they find out this is a Dr. Snow, and he lives in Berkeley. So they think, hey, let's go visit him. So he's Burgess Meredith, who is either coked out of his mind or really not into it, so he's just ad-libbing a lot. But listen to this clip. It's a little bit long, but you can just kind of hear him he's clearly off script and he doesn't seem to give a shit.
Now, what I wrote in my book, pardon me, was purely a... Well, it's not here. It was purely a legend. It was a legend about a medicine man who was reborn in 1851 in the upper Missouri among the Hidatsa tribe. It is a case with very little documentation, but it had to do with a young Indian girl who developed a swelling on her arm, you see, which enlarged itself so progressively that it overwhelmed her and she died. And then there emerged, so goes the legend, there emerged from this swelling a fully developed medicine man. What? He'd been with the tribe. He died some 50 years before. But be careful of this. But I assure you that this is purely folklore and purely a legend.
Well, see, here's the thing: is my theory is they actually based the entire movie off of his rambling.
I know it's like we have Burgess for 2 hours.
Let's just make the movie just what he said.
Let's just shoot the shit out of him, and we'll work the rest around.
That's pretty much what it feels like, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So
yeah.
I believe he suggests
Jeff Daniels. That's who the guy looks like. Sorry, the pirate.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, that's been bugging me for a while.
No, that's fine.
I kept wanting to say, what's his name? The guy I was getting, Bill Pullman, which I always get the two of them mixed up for some reason. But it's Jeff Daniels.
Everyone does. It's kind of their gig.
Right.
Do you want to hear Karen talk about how the laser surgery attempt made the Medicine Man feel?
Yes.
He is in pain.
In pain?
Please.
Why is he in pain?
It hurts him. He is hurt.
What hurts? What hurt him?
It was the light.
The light. What light?
He will kill you. Oh.
Yeah, it reminded me of, because I just watched Christmas Story recently, and the delivery reminded me of when he has the melodramatic daydream. You know,
about being blind.
Yeah, about being blind. It was the light, I'm blind. Yeah, it was just like
totally
so ridiculously over the top. It's so funny. Oh,
so this is when they realize. I believe I can't remember who he's talking to, but it's either the Doctor or Dr. Snow, the author, who says you need to fight fire with fire, which means you got a medicine man. He's causing problems. You get another medicine man.
Yeah.
And so Tony Curtis goes out to the reservation and finds a guy. He talks to actually several people, but he eventually talks to John Singing Rock, who explains a little bit about what's going on. So we're getting more exposition.
Mr. Erskine, have you ever heard of Gitche Manitou? Well, Gitche Manitou is a great spirit among Indians. A bit like your Jesus or Jehovah. Bad weeds this year.
So?
Well, what you're dealing with is the Manitou or spirit of a great medicine man, possibly in his 4th or 5th reincarnation.
Is that bad?
For you, yes. Each time a Manitou lives, he gains in strength. By the 8th reincarnation, he can join Gitche Manitou as a permanent spirit. Until then, the more lives lived, the more powerful. 5 lives.
Well, how do you stop it?
You don't. You don't halt it, you don't slow it down. Each Manitou has its own momentum. All you can do is divert the spell and send it back from whence it came. But that would take lots of power to force the Manitou to make a 180-degree turn. And with so powerful a medicine man, you might have to wait until he leaves the woman's body.
Wait for it to be born, apparently.
And you can't do the book report until the whole thing is done.
That's right. Yeah, it sounds just like Jesus.
He's much like your Jesus.
Not much like your Jesus. I don't think Jesus was a boil. But whatever.
Well,
yeah.
Depends on which denomination you are. But yes.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so, yeah, this is, the laser came like that. I think the laser was after that. Or right in there. Because it was towards the, I don't remember anything after this. I know.
This is when it gets good. You don't remember anything after this?
I remember a little bit because there's they go to the back to the hospital with the medicine man.
Yeah.
Right.
This is when it starts, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
This is like when Max von Sydow goes to Regan's house. This
right,
is
but this is like halfway through the movie, and there's still quite a bit of exposition before we get around to the last 30 minutes or so.
Which, to come back around to my in a word, it feels like a TV movie. It's like they're like padding, and they're just like, we just gotta get to a commercial. and there's got to be a big beat before the commercial. Like it just feels like it was made for TV.
Yeah. Okay. No, I got you. Totally. It does feel like there should be some commercials.
Mm-hmm. So we finally get to hear some demon talk when John Singing Rock confronts the giant mass of flesh on this lady's back, and he, does the classic like "tell me your name" thing.
What is your name?
Your wife, Miss Cormacus. Leave the white's little brother from the plains. Do not help them or die.
What's the matter? What is it?
It's Mr. Marcus. Greatest medicine man of all.
Yeah.
So that's not what you want to hear, right? I mean, like.
No, I would say probably not.
I mean, in my opinion, that's bad news.
I think in anyone's opinion, that would be bad news.
It's Mescalmachus, Scott. The Mescalmachus.
Just that's who I thought it was the whole time. Kind of like
he's like the Cthulhu of Native American medicine men.
And now, did you happen to know if this was an actual myth of this particular dude or whatever? This medicine man, or was totally fabricated for the movie?
Man, I don't know.
I don't know. How would I know?
So we get some cool Native American, like Scott mentioned, Big Trouble in China. Like there's like you get the bags of magic bags of powder, and he has to make the circle around her, and all this kind of cool stuff. I love this kind of mysticism thing, and there's this battle. But what's really weird is I also enjoyed the scene where Mescalmachus. I'm just gonna kind of slur it and just assume I'm saying it right. Mescalmachus is moccasin. I don't know. Is born, and he comes out of her back, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's
the weird thing to me is that he's clearly a dwarf dressed up like a Native American person.
Yep, very very clearly.
And I don't know if that's like he's supposed to, like, as he gains power, grow into a full human form, or if he was a dwarf medicine man. But it's just like yeah, we just got some dude from Howard Stern's crew, and he's just gonna be a.
Will the Farter is the
exactly. I don't know who these people are, but I know that he peoples himself with those, Anyway, so this dude's awesome. He's got like the Marilyn Manson eyes. Like one eye is all cockeyed and white, and one's like regular, and he's all covered in slime. And he just sits there inside the circle, and
circle gets square.
Yeah. But he manipulates things, right? Like John Singing Rock says, every object has its own Manitou. So that is why the scalpel was able to be turned against the doctor in the initial procedure. He
said that, but I didn't know what it meant. Until now.
Well, he's basically saying, hey, Native Americans are Unitarians. God is in everything, and so everything can be controlled by a powerful wizard. So, for instance, one of the doctors is watching over her before the birth, and he smashes his head through the small window in her door and slits his own throat. And that's when they realize he's coming. So he can manipulate people to that extent where they would kill themselves.
Now, you meant that he was going to be there, right? You're not being gross.
Exactly. So,
sorry.
They suggest calling the police. John Singing Rock explains there's no point because everything has its own Manitou. So if you call the police, the guns will have their own Manitou, even man-made things. So the guns will just automatically fire at us and kill us. So don't call the police. So that's how you get an insane hospital ward with no, the man coming in and getting in the way of some excitement. Yeah.
Okay.
So then pretty much all hell breaks loose, like the last 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah. This is when they have the showdown in the hospital room, right? No, wait. I'm trying to remember.
Well, he has the ability, one of the doctors is injured. He also does a zombie thing too. That same doctor he killed. They said something. John Steinrock said something I didn't get, where he says essentially he took his skin, and I think he was doing a Hellraiser thing. That doctor, he made that doctor kill himself, and then he also absorbed his skin to help himself be revitalized or regenerated. But then he works that guy like a puppet later, and that guy gets up and he's going to strangle a sleeping guard. But the guy wakes up first. I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank at this point.
My complaint about John Steinrock's defense, because he's basically saying the entire time, I don't have the chops to beat this guy. But everything he does besides drawing that circle with the powder is hit two sticks together.
Yeah. He's good at it, though.
And that seems to be kind of what he does.
I think that you've pretty much summed it up.
And I don't, to be honest with you, I can't. The end of the movie's kind of fuzzy to me. There's a lot of battling. I remember it goes into space, when you go to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and you go in the space room. I was going to say like a
planetarium. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Where there's a bunch of mirrors and there's lights, and it looks like you're just floating in space. There's this weird dwarf medicine man floating in space.
It looks like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
There's actually a door. They go into the Twilight Zone, floating bed. And it's cool. Space was pretty cool back then. Carl Sagan was kind of hip.
Cosmos, yeah.
Cosmos was the hip thing, and that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like now you just accidentally turned it to PBS while you're watching the movie. Briefly. Except for the floating bed.
Right. So I imbibed a little bit when I watched this the first time, I'm not going to lie. I remember really enjoying the ending, but I don't remember it that well. Then when I rewatched it for, to be a good host, I didn't actually get to the last 20 minutes because I got interrupted by life. So I can't give you a blow-by-blow of the ending, but...
Well, they have a battle in space with the weird dwarf, who's, frankly, is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And she blows him up, or I couldn't quite figure it out exactly what happens. Somehow, because he was from her or something like that. Does that make sense?
It does for the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of psychedelic. It was nonsense as far as I couldn't really tell. It looked like something out of a Doctor Strange comic. It really did in a good way, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just some sort of giant battle where they said, "Hey, you know what? There's The Exorcist, but I also like Star Wars, so let's throw in a bunch of special effects here for no, particular reason." I mean, there's literally asteroids and giant, computers with tape spinning, and I mean, I don't even know where the computers came from. I have no idea what any of it was.
Well, it was the 70s.
It looked like it was supposed to be a 3D movie at this point.
Yeah. But they were pretty stoked to have those computers because, those were like laptops back then. Those were wow, it only takes up half the room.
Yeah, it was like my phone is more powerful than that computer, but for real. But I just don't quite understand why the computers, and then they destroy the computers, and that kills the Manitou or something. There's like a black hole or something. I really did not. I couldn't quite figure out what the hell was going on.
Well, it's over.
It is over.
We made it.
I think they won. I'm not really sure. It seemed like that they killed the dwarf. So, and dwarfs are big.
They sent him back to where he was, and I'm sure it's gonna. There could have been sequels. Actually, you know what, Scott? This was based on a novel, and there were a series of novels. I guess there's an omnibus that collects all of them. So, I'm pretty sure just basically went to another person and started the second book, basically.
Because she dies at the end.
Yes,
I think. right?
I think so, too.
Like the whole space battle was in her. Wait, no, I don't think she does. But there's somebody dies besides the dwarf.
Was it John Singing Rock?
No, he's fine. He was just kicking it in the doorway with Tony Curtis. They're just watching the whole thing like it's a freaking show.
I'm embarrassed. I don't remember.
I know that there's a shot of the Golden Gate Bridge at the end.
Therefore it's done.
Therefore it's done. All is well, except for until you get Shyamalan, I'm sure. Because that's what all movies seem to do in these sort of horror genres, to let us know that it's not over, just in case it does well enough to make a sequel. And they should have, when they filmed this, should have known that wasn't going to happen, and they should have just had closure. I don't actually know if they did have closure or not.
I have closure, Scott.
I don't. This movie keeps going, man.
So, okay, let's do the final judgment then.
Oh. All right, let's do this. So, I can say, without a doubt, this movie is trash. I did not enjoy it. There is a couple cool effects. It's got some big stars. It's too slow. It's just too slow to be, and it's just boring. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's all I could think of. It just did not grab me for 1 second.
Okay.
I mean, that's not true. There's moments where I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But that's how I was reacting. Like, if I would have watched it on TV and when I was 10, actually, I would probably really freak me out and I'd probably love it. But as it is, so, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And there is a twist ending because there's a little thing saying, like, some other kid wakes up with a tumor.
Right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So,
trash. Sorry.
It's a trash from Scott. To me, I agree it was slow paced. There were only a few real set piece type of cool, memorable scenes. Obviously, in the beginning of the episode, I kind of mentioned my love for 70s TV movies. I like when they get dull because then you can do your Mad Libs or draw for a bit and wait until the cool part comes up. So for me, this was kind of like a quilt, a shitty 70s quilt of comforting crappiness. But would I say you got to check this out? When you have movies like Things in the World, when you have movies like The Equalizer, or not The Equalizer,
yeah.
what the hell's
The Equalizer?
The Stabilizer.
The Stabilizer.
Your time's better spent watching those.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I mean, really. It's
so tepid trash for me. If you like feeling like you're at your grandma's and you're doing a Spider-Man coloring book and kind of half watching something until the scary cool parts come up, you might enjoy it. Otherwise, you can skip it.
I agree, 100%.
All right. So the antidote, my love for TV movies from the 70s being clearly stated. There is a well-known, this is a miniseries actually, so it's kind of a commitment, but it's a cool miniseries based on a successful, beloved suspense novel. It's called The Dark Secret of Harvest Home, and it stars Bette Midler, and it's about this family that moves to this this New England village, and that's kind of idyllic. Like they want to get out of the city, they want to start over, and they want this idyllic little place. And it's perfect in this quaint little way, but too perfect. Imagine The Village, but not shitty. So they move there, and things are not what they seem, and there's a price to pay for this coolness and this beautiful whatever. And there's a supernatural element behind it, and I think it's a blast.
I think that sounds much more interesting. So I'd like to see that.
So this film can be easily found on YouTube if you search for The Dark Secret of Harvest Home, or I think it's a full TV movie name. So anyway, check that out.
Yeah, and I was going to say the only thing I came up with is because of the year. I was thinking because it was made in '78. I was thinking of Magic.
Oh yeah.
So that's the Anthony Hopkins, which is the first Anthony Hopkins movie I ever saw. I saw when I was a kid about a ventriloquist dummy, and it's very it's probably pretty familiar to most people, but it's very creepy in that you don't really know if this ventriloquist dummy is alive or if he's crazy. And I kind of think it kind of leaves it up to you to decide sort of at the end even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, like, you can kind of go either way. The argument can be made that he's off his rocker, or it's creepy. It's good.
It's a great movie. And that's online?
That is free on YouTube.
I recommend Magic. Rainy Sunday afternoon, put on Magic. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly.
So I second Scott's vote for Magic, but I just want to say again, Bette Davis, Rosanna Arquette, Rene Auberjonois. Remember the guy that played the prissy guy from Benson?
Yeah.
And he did a ton of voice work. He was Spider-Man in a Marvel record in the 70s. He's done tons of voice work. He's in it. Michael O'Keefe, a.k.a. Danny Noonan from Caddyshack. He's in it. Donald Pleasance is the narrator.
Wow.
And Tracy Gold from, what's the Kirk Cameron show?
Growing Pains.
Tracy Gold's in it.
Wow.
So you have two very viable options that we would both heartily recommend more than this.
Yep.
And, mine is a miniseries and it's more slower going. So, both of them are actually kind of slow, slow burns.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I think it was the style. I mean, it was just kind of style back then, I think. It wasn't a style. It was just, we're so used to things moving more quickly now.
Well, yeah. And I like Ty West. I like, House of the Devil. Have you seen House of the Devil?
I have not.
So that was like 2009 or something like that. And that's his throwback to the 80s kind of satanic panic thing. It's a great film. And it's all of his stuff. The Innkeepers. Have you seen that, Scott?
I have heard of it.
Okay.
It's definitely worth checking out, though.
So his stuff is definitely slow burn. Both of those films are available on Netflix, and I highly recommend them for horror fans.
All right.
As long as you're not expecting, Dawn of the Dead remakes craziness.
All right.
Okay. So up next, we're going to be watching a little film from, I believe, the Philippines. It is kind of infamous. It's showed up in a lot of best of what the fuck internet type of things. It's called The Killing of Satan. And it's about a guy in like a jean jacket who
that's all you had. You had me at jean jacket.
It's so its original name is Lumaban Ka Satanas. It's from 1983. But we know it as Killing of Satan, and it's really good.
It sounds jean jacket like amazing.
Yeah, so it is Filipino. It's a horror fantasy. It's about a man who is chosen by his dead uncle to battle the forces of evil. He fights a being called the Prince of Magic, who shoots rays from his hands, makes heads spin around, and hypnotizes people. He finally faces Satan himself and engages him in a battle of magic.
Ooh.
So,
what year was this?
1980, I don't know, what did I say, 83?
82, 83, somewhere in
Something
there?
like that, yeah.
Sounds
But
perfect.
You know what? I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but it's from the Philippines, so I guarantee it's going to feel and smell like 1972.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And, so I hope you guys join us for that. And we're also in the works of getting a YouTube channel going, so keep your eyes peeled on YouTube or our Twitter feed, which is @that's_trash. Or our website, which is www.that'scoolthat'strash.com, and we'll let you know when we get that channel up. And we're going to have all of our old podcast episodes up there. We're also going to put our first riff up there for free, and we're going to have some links to our new stuff and kind of just
Bloody Pit of Horror.
Bloody Pit of Horror, yeah, it's a classic. Both the original and the riff, both classics.
Classic.
So that's free. So tell your friends. So Scott, I will talk to you in a couple weeks about The Killing of Satan.
I can't wait.
Okay, and don't make your typical Scott mistake and watch the wrong movie like Killing of Stan or something.
I can't promise anything.
Okay. So thanks for chatting about this with me, Scott. Thanks for putting up with the Manitou.
Hey, I was happy to. If nothing else, it reminded me of North Dakota in the 70s.
Perfect.
So.
And it reminded me of San Francisco in the nows. So,
Perfect.
All right, so I'll talk to you soon, Scott, and you folks out there, thanks for listening, and stay trashy. Sorry, let me do that again. All right, so thanks for talking about this with me, Scott, and you folks out there, thank you for listening. And for That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Scott.
You folks out there, stay trashy.
That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
Now, you hired me to do a job. Why don't you run with me?